Hello. Hi. Wow. Okay, cool. Everything broke all at once. There we go. Hi, Blue Tongue. Nice to see you. How you doing? Okay, I need I need to fix things. I keep forgetting that it doesn't do me any good to set up Mortcam before I switch scenes because it just goes away anyway. I swear to God, if you can't hear me, I'm gonna be so angry. You should be able to hear me. Also, I meant to... No, not this. This? What? This? No? There we go. Okay. Okay. I think oopsie. I think I understand what's happening here. Yes. All right. So all I have to do, I'm just trying to see how like I'm learning how to swap this back and forth to bright and not bright. I'm getting there. All right, so this one has to be off and this one has to. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm gonna move these next to each other. All right. Audio is weird. God damn it. Why is the audio weird, Dragon Sage? What's weird about it? My microphone? Or was it just that I was switching back and forth between those sources? Because it could have been that. If it was just jittery like that, it was because I was switching sources. We'll go back into the game, and we're gonna pretend that everything is okay. Hey, hey, Luigi. My voice is doubles. Okay, that's something. That's something because it didn't used to do that, and I want it to do that. Okay, but let me guess. Now you can't hear me? Rip in peace, Dragon Sage. Sorry. So you can't. I changed literally nothing compared to the last like 3 weeks when everybody was like, oh, we can't hear you. And now just suddenly it works the way that it has worked for the last 6 years. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Here we go. As long as it's working, I don't care how. My entire stream setup is uh just hanging on by a thread at any given time. It's fine. Thank you, as always, for telling me, or I wouldn't know, because that's not how it sounds to me. So, back to what we were doing here. There's Gold Rock City. Did you do the thing off stream? Uh-oh, what did that mean? What does that mean? So we're trying to go here. Hey? This is all we need. We need to go over there. It exists. It exists. It's here. We're doing it. You're gonna turn the boat off stream? Yes. I just took 5 seconds to turn the boat from facing here to facing here. Because now, as you can see, the wind is coming in a direction where we can actually use it. And in fact, I probably will just use my squares for a little bit. Because we can't go straight to Gold Rock City right now. Because it's in the direction of the wind. So we've got to tack which kinda sucks, but we don't need to think about that now. We need to think about that 20 minutes from now. So for now, we just get to move. Isn't that exciting? I will also use the spanker because that's going to be kinda huge, if I'm being honest. Spanker's going to be doing a lot of work here. But I'm going to need to lock the wheel, the helm. Ah, look at us leaning. This is great. So basically, we got to get to the point where if we're doing geometry, right? The wind is coming from Gold Rock City, which sucks for us. So we got to get to the point where we can get back toward it going the other way, right? If that makes sense. We're going to need to go through the wind at some point. I mean, I guess I can ride a little bit closer to the wind now. My sail's in the way. Can't see. But how are you all doing? Hope you're doing good. Okay, just kidding. These squares are doing nothing for us. And I'll be able to see better. So. I mean, look at us. We're kind of going towards it, right? You know? Kinda. I don't know why I'm going all the way back here. Alright. Did you do anything fun this week? I was complaining on Tuesday about not having work. And I did possibly find someone who needs some work. So that's something. I'm not gonna be too excited about it yet because, you know, I want to count my chickens before they hatch, but boy, that would be great. How many days to reach GRC? We're not that far. The wind is not very favorable, but we're not that far. 2 days max? It depends on how strong the wind actually is. Because, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the idea of apparent wind, but apparent wind is like when you move forward, right? When you run, like say you're running down the street, you have wind in your face. You know, your hair flies back or whatever. And it doesn't have to be windy in order for that to happen. It's windy because you are moving into the air fast enough that it is happening as wind, right? So apparent wind is the wind that you are creating against yourself. So some of this telltale moving and saying that there's wind is because we are moving. So it's hard to say exactly how strong the wind is, right? Because some of that is our apparent wind. Boy, this spanker is really, really doing a number on us here. You shouldn't really sail closer than 15 degrees to the bow, or else the efficiency really goes down, but nobody could tell me what to do. God, the spanker is just really, really not assisting us here today. Can we not, please? Hey, Shavil. Nice to see ya. How you doing? If I didn't have to monitor the wind so carefully, I would, like, clean this ship. The ship is gross. Did you know that the ship is not supposed to be this color? It's actually, like, a very nice tan color. Do I have my broom somewhere? Here. See? That's the color that the ship is supposed to be. Compare that to the steps, right? One of these is not like the other. But I really, if we gotta stay at this angle, or we're not gonna go anywhere, you know? But look at how close we are! This is so exciting! We're heading obviously exactly due west because the sun is right in front of us. I wish I could do precisely nothing until I feel like doing things again. Right? So it's... oh, yeah, I do have a little bit of water in my ship. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get a bucket when we get over here, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a bucket instead of just these random barrels of seawater. Also, while I was moving my ship earlier, I found a box in the ocean with 2 pieces of pork in it, so that's pretty exciting. We will go ahead and eat that pork when I get hungry here in a little bit. But yeah, so it's Thursday, and boy, what am I doing this weekend that sounds fun? The sea is your supermarket. Everything's free if you're willing to go for a swim. We do be healing quite a lot. It makes me kinda nervous, but it's fine. Oh, also, I don't necessarily like the course that we have taken here. This is what I get for not paying attention for 2 seconds. How's your Lars? Tisk tisk, regular Lars. Someday, Shabil. Someday you will unseat Dragon Sage. Claim your crown. So basically, I think what's going to happen is we are going to... well, okay. Let me explain what I want to have happen, and then let me explain what's actually going to happen. What I want to have happen is we maintain this course. Not quite the course that we're on because we're drifting a little bit. But I would like to go to sleep on this course, which will take us past Gold Rock City. Then we will be able to turn, we'll be able to tack, or jibe, I guess, depending on which direction you want to go, back to Gold Rock City. So all of the annoying stuff would happen while we were asleep, which would be great, but the wind is making this kind of a nightmare. You can kind of start to see the little sharp nugget underneath the big nugget, if that makes sense. That's where the port is. We gotta go around the big nugget sticking out of the ground. And it is going to be nighttime soon. So I guess we'll see if that works. What's actually gonna happen though, that's what I want to have happen. What's actually gonna happen though, is that Weatherhelm is going to take us directly into the wind, and we are just gonna sit and stall out all night. Ask me how I know. But also, isn't this pretty? Isn't this lovely? Also, is Morty on camera? He should be, for once. He is. Look at that. Can you believe it? So I'm essentially spending the time before going to bed lining this up so that it sails correctly while I sleep. Do not put water in my boat, please. But anywho, I'm trying to think of what we're doing this weekend. We've been playing Octopath Traveler 0, which is so much longer than I thought it would be, in a very impressive way. Octopath Traveler is never one for, like, complex story, but I didn't expect to not be done with the story at 87 hours, you know? Isn't this so nice? Look at this. It is true, we are not going super fast, though. Our spanker's full, though. That's something. Water goes outside the boat. Exactly. Water goes outside. Pork goes inside. You see? It's really very simple. Speaking of pork, I'm going to eat some. Oh no, I will break the seal to my 2 pork container. Oh, yo, that pork kicked ass. That was delicious. Oh, this is so gross. This is so gross. Okay, okay, now. I'm gonna kindly ask you to don't. Now you have an empty pork crate for seawater. The term for what just happened is beam seas. That means... Oh, what Lars did you get? I didn't get to see it. I was steering the ship. Rip in peace. Regular Lars. Not Lars. Beam seas is when the wind is coming like straight from the side. That's what caused that wave to just come and wash over the side of the ship. I had this all nice and sorted out. And now you're gonna tell me that I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep because I can't see anything. Ugh, gross. Could you turn a little harder, please? Of course, everything had to change right as the sun went down. So my delicious little sleeping plan is now worthless. I need to be able to see this telltale. I'm not sure that's gonna help. Yeah, kinda helped. Kind of. Not really, actually. Boy. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the king? There it is. How are we doing? This needs to just... Can you, like, sit... Can you sit here so that I can see, please? That definitely won't result in my ship catching on fire at all. That did nothing. Just throw the flaming lantern onto the wooden floor. That's fine. It's just an oil lamp. That'll be okay. Alright, where am I compared to... Okay. I gotcha. Okay, we are... Oh, we are gonna end up in irons, but whatever. No, you know what? I like this the way it was. I'm going to sleep. Good night, world. I'm sleeping in a puddle. And we're just gonna see what happens. Because I'm gonna sleep good. Make no mistake, I had a delicious pork chop and like 60 glugs of water. I am gonna sleep like a baby. For better or for worse. I guess the lesson we learned was as long as these little sparkles don't start, like, lagging, we're okay. Because your ship absolutely can sink while you're sleeping. Oh god, okay, I thought that was happening, and it's not. It's fine. Where's... I can't see anything! Hello. Hey, you know what? We're not in irons. Look at that. Probably, I think. Let me see. We're not in irons, but we have Slippy Shippy. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try to just deal with it. Slippy Shippy can sort itself out. Slippy Shippy is, physics error in the game. Did I leave the lantern on? Aw, oh, dang it. We'll leave the lantern on for you. Hi, Thorsty? How do? I did leave the lantern on. Alright, we're still proceeding apace. I'm gonna have to fix Slippy Shippy. Sadly. But I'm like, not gonna do it now? Thanks, Jabil. Appreciate that. I still left the lantern on, I think. I just want it to be like day so that we can see what has happened overnight. Because no matter what, we have to go, like, in this direction. So whether it was exactly correct, it's, like, fine. It doesn't super matter. I just want to be able to see this telltale. So that I know what's happening. Look at that angle. Beautiful. Where's Gold Rock City? Behind us. Yes, we've done it. Alright, are we still Slippy Shippy? I don't think so. I think it fixed itself. I'm not convinced, actually. Now, you might wonder, why have we gone way past Gold Rock City? And the answer is, that was on purpose. And I promise that I'm not making an excuse. Ah, yeah, no, we got Slippy Shippy for sure. Alright, we gotta close the game and then come back to fix the the physics. Un momento, poor favor. Morty, where did you go? And why didn't the camera follow you? Alright, game's thinking. In the meantime, let's find Morty. Where did you go? Morty? I don't know where he is. Which means he's probably in his tube. So we went past Gold Rock City because now we're going to... I'm gonna tack instead of jibe. We could technically do either one. And that means that now we're gonna be able to... Really? Bro. It loaded me back in irons. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's cool. Very cash money of you. Alright, listen. You're gonna gomph me like that. And we're just gonna fix it. But anyway, we went past because now we're gonna be able to turn back. And the wind will be in our favor this time. And we will actually be able to get to Gold Rock City. Instead of sailing into the wind. And it's gonna be great. And I'm so excited. And I really didn't trim that sail very well. Cool. Cool and great. Because see, now the wind isn't coming from Gold Rock City anymore. Which means we could just go there. Isn't this cool? We are gonna just try to sneak in between those two things. The angle of all the sandbars in there might not be like super favorable. So we'll scope it out when we get there, but regardless, we're going there now. The wind is not going to bother us. And I, for one, am pretty excited about that because we have spent like 5 days sailing essentially into the wind. I'm not going to unfurl that all the way because the wind is currently off the beam and that's going to tip us like a lot. Beam seas, as I was talking about. Oh, we're going to get to Gold Rock City. This is great. I've only been promising that for like 6 weeks. Look at that. Wind's almost behind us. Oh, this is great. You love to see it. Alright, where does the helm want to stay? A little to the left. Because of the squares? Fair. Oh, I'm so excited! Okay, so. Now we just get to chill for a little bit. As part of our chilling, let me think. I still need to do the squiggle for this month. Is anybody tackling anything creative in your life right now? I would really love to actually dedicate some time this month to drawing. Like for realsies instead of just the little... Like I'm still gonna use the squiggle, but... You know. I want to actually like put effort in this time, you know? What is your 53rd favorite part of a boat? Well, there are many parts of a boat, but 53 is down somewhat low. I'm gonna say the one thing that our ship doesn't really have that it probably should, which are stanchions. My choice is stanchions. Those are like the little like rope railings on the side of a lot of ships. Or sometimes they're like metal railings that stop you from falling off the side. We don't have stanchions, which is why I can just leap off of my ship willy-nilly and then it can escape from me. Sail, I am not very impressed with your fluff right now. Okay, okay, you know what? We're doing great. We're somewhat balanced. The tiller is leaning this way, which is causing the helm to lean this way because the spanker is pushing it in the opposite direction. So, let's clean the ship. We can brush the floor. What is this called? Broom. We can use a broom on the floor, is what I'm trying to say. And make our ship look all nice. Could actually fix things up. We stand stanchions, that's right. This is a stanchion-friendly chat. The captain is also an acceptable answer. As I kind of feel bad for being that person, but if I knew that there were like 200 discrete items on the Denny, which I was, you know, the one I was on in October, If I knew that there were 200 discrete things on that ship, I would have put the cook at number 199. And I kind of don't feel bad about it. He was a jerk. Now, let me make sure that we're still... I mean, we're leaning pretty good here. I might chill out with this for a second. But yeah, like, kind of sorry, not sorry. If you're that much of a jerk, I feel that I'm entitled to call you a jerk. You know? He just was not very nice. Oh shoot, our ship is damaged. All these cracks in it. I couldn't even see the cracks underneath all the dirt. But no, like, all of these cracks in our floor. That's why we're taking on water, because the ship is, like, abjectly damaged. My baby. It's been a year or so since I was running a D&D campaign. Yeah. It's been a while now since I've done one as well. Participated in one. I've never actively DM'd one. It's just hard to find groups around here because all of the groups around here seem to be the type where it's like, I don't want to call it heavy role-playing, but like, you know, they are very much into like role-playing their characters. And it's like, well, you know, if that makes you happy, that's cool. And it's like funny, but I don't like actually roleplay, you know? Like with the voices and stuff, I mean. You feel? You can't really sweep below decks if it's just covered in water. But hey, it'll be fine because we're gonna get a bucket. Look at my beautiful ship. Maybe that was my plan all along. I left it really dirty so that you couldn't see how bad condition it was in. I'm gonna go just a little bit more this direction. I want to have some flexibility because, again, like, oh, I can let this out a little bit more. Like, so geometry, right? We want to go in between these rocks, these lumpy rocks. So if I angle my ship like toward the straight middle in between those two rocks, then if for some reason I need to go around something and I need to go back toward the right, it's going to be harder than if I stay a little bit to the left, right, and then go in through the middle. If that makes sense. You can overcommit in one direction in a ship, is what I'm saying. We're just gonna kind of keep hanging out the way this is. I missed a spot on the stairs. At least the bedroom floor isn't dusty. It's gotten a nice wash. Nice refreshing seawater scrub. One feature that I kind of wish existed in this game, like, yeah, this is just a broom and it works and it's fine or whatever, but I wish that it was like an actual, like, broom like you would use on the deck. Because that's just a broom. That don't help nothing. You need, like, a real scrubby broom, and technically they used to use rocks. because you're not sweeping dust and dirt and stuff off of the, well, you are. I mean, you're sweeping like seaweed and stuff off, but deck Roomba. Oh, that's an untapped market. Cheville, I'm stealing your idea and I'm becoming a millionaire, and I'll give you $5. But the purpose of cleaning the deck, of swabbing the deck, which is one of my favorite jobs, because you get to take your shoes off and then your toes get all wet. The purpose of swabbing the deck is to get rid of the salt, right? Because the salt builds up and it gets all crusty and then it gets into the wood and you have to scrape the salt off. Same as you do when you take a shower after you've been on a ship. You have to like scrape the salt off your skin and out of your hair. So I wish it was a little more, you know, scrubby. It's $5 I don't have now, so you have a deal. That's right. I'm gonna eat this other piece of pork because it was delicious. My randomly abandoned sea pork was phenomenal. Truly the cuisine ever. And I could throw the box overboard, but I won't because I can sell it for like $2. We have 1 barrel of water left, which is slightly disconcerting because we started with, let's see, there would have been 4 that fit down here. And I'm pretty sure we started with like 3 3/4. And that was just Gold Rock City, or I'm sorry, Dragon Cliffs on the right to Gold Rock City on the left. Imagine how much water it would take to go from Gold Rock City to Aestrin up at the top. We would have to have at least double the water, I think. I might throw the top up back here. I'll see how much it causes us to heal. It'll also change our course a little bit. So we have to start thinking about where we're going. Because yeah, sure, we got to Gold Rock City. But then what? Right? And really, I mean, I've just wanted to complete our Gold Rock City saga on stream, so we don't have to keep doing this every week. But if we are going to keep playing on stream instead of just me on my own, we need to, well, I guess even if I play on my own, I need to decide what to do. So we could go to Aestrin from Gold Rock City, which is an extremely long journey, and the place of my upbringing. My character began our journey in Aestrin, so I haven't been back since. We could try to make it over to Happy Bay. I have no concept of what that journey would be like because the trade winds, I don't know what the trade winds are like in the middle of the ocean. There's also a place called Firefly Grotto. I don't remember the coordinates, but it's not on the map. Although I might have... I do. I have a map. So it's Firefish Lagoon, excuse me. I have a map once you're there, but not how to get there. You know, it has no, like, coordinates. Longitude, latitude. So, couldn't tell you how to get there. We would have to look at the posters and stuff that are around the port. Or if we take jobs that go there, it should remind me what the coordinates are. So we would be sailing off the map for that, but I have been there before. There are also, like, secret places. I don't necessarily know where those are. We're close enough we can just barely start to see the textures on the rock. Almost. That sounded roleplay-y. So really, we've got a lot of things that we could do. And we'll have to think about it. Do we want money? Do we want money? We're going like 5 knots for a large overloaded ship that partially has water in it and is somewhat damaged. That's really not bad. The wind is gonna start getting away from us though. You can see the texture of the rock. We're almost there. This place sucks though, if I'm being real. The channels in here are super tiny, and getting into port itself is an absolute nightmare. There's just like one tiny little sliver of a place that you can go in. Not as bad as... Let me see. Dragon Cliffs. Here it is. I think it's this Albacore town over here. That place is garbage to dock in. In fact, I think you can't even dock a brig there at all. It's just too big. We're on a straight shot? Yeah, we sure are. Well, basically. Yep, we got Big Rock, Little Rock. We're going in between Big Rock and Little Rock here. But I'm staying a little bit to the right because I know that there's a sandbar coming off of the Big Rock over here, and I want to make sure that I can go around it. I should have, like, rested real quick just to save before, before we actually got here. Because I don't want to sail past it now, and I'm very well fed and hydrated, so I would sleep for a long time. But I also don't want to run into a sandbar and just shatter my ship, you know? I got this nice blue water. The water is different place to place. Over here, Emerald Archipelago, the water is greener, as you might expect. And Aestrin just sucks. The water is drab and gray and sad because that whole place sucks. I say, as a person who came from there. Five knots, certainly not the worst speed we could be going. That's actually pretty decent for a brig. Got the flagship Niagara up to 12 once, and that was a big woohoo moment. The sea is always greener on the other side. There's a reason you haven't been back. But the sad thing is, right, I said we're gonna have to come up with a goal. And one goal could be to go and get this spyglass. Because Aestrin is the only place that has a spyglass that's like twice as powerful as this one. And I accidentally dropped it off the ship during a storm at night. So I would love to have another one. That requires sailing all the way back to Aestrin at the top here. And I mean, the trade winds go that direction, but once you get to, like... It says pick up, which means it's, like, getting in the way of the numbers. But once you get to, like, 38 up here, anywhere you can see Mount Malefic, the wind just goes bonkers. I went backwards from Happy Bay once. Back to Aestrin. Or rather, I attempted. And I got to about 38. And then I just, no matter what I did, I just stalled out in the wind until I starved to death. I just couldn't do anything. I had no more fish hooks to catch fish. I ran out of food. I was running out of water. Hey, now, wind. I'm gonna need you to not... We're coming into port and you've been so chill this whole time. Can you not switch to be back in my face? That would be mighty swell of you. Squares aren't doing us any good when the wind's at this angle, so... I say as the wind just switched back to an angle that would have been conducive for squares. But now, Shade, I must ask you, because you asked me. What is your 53rd favorite part of a boat? It goes both ways. Can you believe that this big boy was just a little dot on the horizon like 4 weeks ago? Alright, I'm satisfied with our sails right now. I love the sub question, so are you sub to Shade? Fair. Very fair. And now it's all grown up to be a big dot that still looks 60 miles away depending on how you look at it. I hate that the wind is doing this though. Like, for real, can we not though? It was behind us for like so much of this run up. It was why I slept yesterday, you know? That's alright. It's still at an okay angle, like, we're not gonna end- unless the wind changes directions. Like, flips directions, we're gonna be fine. I may drop the sails, or I'm sorry, furl the sails to sleep. Because we are doomed if I let the ship continue to sail without my guidance and we run into the land. Like, it's just gonna crack my ship in half, I think. That's very specific, Shade. I love that. The wind in this spanker is just unbelievably powerful right now, which is cool in the sense that it's moving us forward a lot. The spanker is a really powerful sail, but... Hey Viv, nice to see ya. How you doing? We're schmoving. Kinda. Sadly, we are probably gonna have to furl the sails. Unless I can actually see the light from the port, which I shouldn't be able to because, number one, it's kind of foggy, and number two, the port's like around this a little bit. It's a little bit around the side. I don't think we're gonna be able to see the glow from the port. But for a little while longer, at least, we can keep going. Because I can still see where we are. I almost... I'm not gonna do this, but I almost feel like we shouldn't get a bucket. Because the absolute sheer panic of last time was really just a nail biter, wasn't it? Okay, this is actually large enough that I can still see it. So we might just keep heading towards it. I know you probably can't see anything, so let me... There. Does that help? Does Near Home Land make buckets that are twice as big anyway? That's just their whole thing. Everything's bigger and better. It's the America of this game. The A in Astron stands for America. Okay, hey, wind kind of participating once again. You'll love to see it. I don't want to do the main mast though, I'll do the... Or I'm sorry, the, you know. I've done it again. That's the foremast. It's main because it's the one that's always in front of me, okay? It's just not... It's not true. Simply not true. Please get the bucket. What, Viv? You did not enjoy 2.5 hours of panic? This ocean has really calmed down. The wind is not nearly as strong. We really do need a bucket, like, legit. You don't want me to just keep chugging my water and then bailing it out in water buckets until I thirst to death? We do have more water than we started the day with in our ship here. But we're almost there. It's a little funny. I'm gonna drop sail because I need to sleep. Because if I don't sleep, we just fail. But I don't want to sleep into tomorrow, like into the middle of the day, or else we lose all of our valuable daylight hours. So let's just wade into my submerged hammock here. And we should make port today. Assuming that the wind, once again, hasn't changed directions or anything. Is that Morty? Morty? Have you been over here the whole time? Boy, I truly cannot tell. I think Morty is once again this glowing spot of gross incandescence. How are we doing here? How are we doing? Alright, still nighttime. We're not sinking. Cool. Hey, Sajo! Nice to see you. How you doing? Last time Sable did this, the ship blew up. Ain't that the truth? It literally blew up, didn't it? It was way up. In the sky. Where ships are supposed to be. It was way up. Alright, I should be fine. I'm just gonna stay here and sleep. Like, yeah, I'm thirsty. That's what it's telling me. But it's gonna wake me up again, so... To my recollection, you can't sleep long enough to thirst to death. Like, eventually you just won't sleep anymore. You're, like, too thirsty to sleep. Okay. Now, I can switch back to this view so that you all can see not the glowing version here. Okay, how's our wind? Wait. Bruh, are you joshing me right now? I swear to God, I am gonna push this ship into port myself. The wind changed overnight. In which case, it's good that we didn't continue sailing, or we would have ended up in some nonsense direction, because the spanker would have still been down when the wind turned. Help, help, okay, okay. I cannot believe this. We just are not allowed to go to Gold Rock City in any kind of simple, nice, convenient way. I mean, we'll make it work. It'll be fine. But I will complain about it. It's like, look at this. Now I'm not facing the direction I want to be. I'm gonna leave that like that for a second. We can have a little bit of spanker, which is gonna help us turn as well. But we can't have too much of it, or we're not gonna be able to fight it. Now, very important, you can see now the wall of the city. That little chunk there is like all the little parapets of the wall. We are in view of the Gold Rock City. A little bit of a spanker, just as a treat. I'm relieved that I got to save because there is a very distinct possibility that I ram into a sandbar here. Like I said, this place kinda sucks a little bit. Yeah, one of the very first things that you learn, either sailing in this game or sailing in real life, is that objects in mirror are further away than they appear, you know? So, we've obviously been what it seems like, oh, just like 2 minutes from Gold Rock City for like 4 days, right? But we will get there today. Barring the wind just ceasing to blow, we will get there today. Today in-game, as well as today on stream. It's too foggy to see the city from up here. I mean, I could kind of see it, but... Whee! I would laugh if the physics of this game... Because the player character has weight. Because that one time that I took my teeny tiny little ship, don't remember what it was called, and like way overloaded it, the side of the ship that I was standing on mattered because I needed my weight to like counterbalance, and if I walked from one side to the other too fast, I could flip my ship. So the character has weight, and I wonder if like one of these days if my ship is really damaged, I just jump down from up in the crow's nest and the weight of me coming down just splinters my ship into nothing. Yes, the gold rock is visible. You can't really see the gold, but it does have like a bunch of veins of gold in it. I don't know why. Something about the way that this was set up, this telltale, it looked like a man. It's like a man in a business suit standing on the water next to my ship. That gave me a greater peak of horror than the last like 5 movies that I've watched that were horror movies. Yeah, there are a lot of sandbars. Thankfully, they have them marked, but it's not always enough. Can we not? Can, hey, look at our telltale. You see how there's no wind right now? Because a fog just rolled in? You love to see. I swear to God, I'm pushing my boat. We are getting out and we are pushing this thing. We are going. We are getting to Gold Rock City. These fog events can last for like 15 minutes. Me ship. Nah, it's fine. Honestly, you know what? How far is this? That's actually pretty far to swim. Okay. I was just gonna go meet my boat when it decided to get there. I thought you were joking. Why would I be joking? Nope. So the game includes the ability to do that. You can see like we're not moving at all. There is no wind right now. Literally zero. You can do that because yeah, you know, it's a combination of like if you get stuck somewhere, right? But also it's because the game doesn't inherently have tugboats and all of the things that would help you actually like dock. Because in the real world, these big old ships don't just cruise into a port and parallel park into their space, right? They have littler ships that push on them. And that's kind of like the purpose of being able to push it like that. Hey Ninja, nice to see you. How you doing? You've come at just a perfect time. Truly riveting right now with the 0 knots of wind that we have. In case you were unfamiliar with sailing, you need at least 1 knot of wind in order to go somewhere. Yes, that's exactly what would happen, Shavil. You would get out of this big ship, and you would go to the littler ship, push that ship, and when that ship pushes into your big ship, you can move. The ocean shan't give us up. Look how foggy it is. Can barely even see my own deck. Oh, this is gross. Is it ever real that there are 0 knots of wind? For sure. Yeah, for sure. This is like a thing that can happen. How? I want to see. I'm gonna look up while we wait for this to pass because we can do nothing else. Yeah, on the Beaufort scale. I can't. I was trying to find, like, when's the last time that there was a 0 knot wind near me, but 0 knot conditions classified as Beaufort Force 0 represent a state with wind speeds of less than 1 knot, resulting in a glassy, mirror-like sea surface with 0 wave height. Smoke rises vertically from chimneys, and there is no visible effect of wind on the water. Oh, it's only getting worse. Into the fog! I'm gonna keep pushing a little bit. We'll make a little bit of progress here. What luck. 2 inches from Gold Rock City. What a fall. Yeah, no. We're fine. That's normal. Got commissioned for an art piece today. Congrats! Hi, Blue Tongue. Good to see ya. I don't actually want to like shove too much though because we're getting like unironically close to the sandbars. Also, my helm isn't lined up anymore. And I'm going to end up in irons when the wind starts again if I don't make adjustments. Alright, that's about as much as we're going to be able to do. Oh, that might just be our apparent wind. Flopping the telltale real quick. Did you build or buy this boat, ship, whatever? I bought this one. And I love it so much that I have made very few adjustments. I added this telltale. I added these ratlins. But, I mean, aside from that, I really haven't tried to touch it much because I like it and it's my little baby. She broke it on her own, I can tell you that. This is the way the deck's supposed to look. I hewed this from one redwood tree. Try setting off a bomb that launches another bomb into the ship. It's like, that Breath of the Wild speedrun trick. Bomb launching or whatever, where you just go careening across the map. How much more space do I have? Not a super lot, but I'm gonna push a little bit further. If I run into a sandbar, it's your fault. You, whoever decides that that applies to you, it's your fault. I would like a bucket to drain me ship. The fog will leave. Make no mistake, we don't need to just, like, get out of it. It'll go. It's so fun to watch people do that in Breath of the Wild. Because they go so far. Have you ever watched a wooden ship be constructed IRL? Well, the flagship Niagara, which is the ship that I learned how to sail on, is currently being heavily repaired, and I've been keeping up with that, so a lot of the wood is still in its green phase, in fact. Now, I will say, we have enough wind that this is not luffing, and I'm hearing things now. Getting a little bit here. Wind might be coming back. I'm not good at any of that yet. Well, every attempt is a little bit better, right? What are they repairing? So Niagara needed basically a full, like, refit. So down here, like, all of this stuff, all these, you know, all this support structure here on the inside needed to be redone. I believe also the deck was starting to leak, which is not, like, super unusual. I slept underneath the leak in the Denny in October, where it was always moist. The panels, the seams, are both. Both. It needed a lot of attention, and it's gonna end up taking, like... It's been there, I think, half a year already, and they're hoping to have it back by July 4th. Or the bicentennial. Moist. Yes, it was moist. Because the flagship Niagara was, like, super important to American independence. It fought in the War of 1812, which I understand was not part of the actual, 1776 bit, but... What is this? No. No. Can you not, though? My ship is damaged. And the only way into this place has a busted ship that I'm going to need to run over. I mean, while the fog is happening, we might as well see. There's not even any loot here. There's not even any cargo for me to raid. How dare you? Is this single player? It is. At some point, the dev said he wanted to add multiplayer so you can actually, like, have a crew. But... Oh my god, what is this now? What is this? That might just be a rock, actually. Just kidding. That might just straight up be a rock. No, no, no. Yeah, no, no. There's... What? There are things out here. Listen, we're in the fog anyway. I am lowering the sails. Of course, just as the wind is starting up. Shush. Shush. If this is money, I'm gonna go get it. Is that a building? It is a building. After literal weeks, we are reaching the building, the actual port. Okay, that's a rock. That's not a rock, though. Whatever's out here better be valuable, because this is really far away. Give me like a... I'll tell you what. I would like a crate of like 12 pork. Give me that, and this will have all been worth it. What they call the little boat, a dinghy? It depends on what the little boat looks like. It can be a dinghy, it can be a yawl, it can be a cutter. Where is my loot? Give me stuff. Why did so many people lose their ship over here? Oh god. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm out. I don't know what that was. The entire world just started to shake. There's like 4 wrecked ships here. I'm leaving. This isn't foreboding at all. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. We could stop. That'd be great. When the devs put in crew mode, I call dibs on watching the carrots so they don't fall from their shelves. A very important task, okay? I attempt to stick tiny little carrots onto a shelf where they could fall in between the slots, and you're just standing there day and night babysitting those carrots so that when I have scurvy, you're like, hey, have I got a carrot for you? Oh my god. It is going to make me hit this. We have wind again, so that's something. I just don't want to hit this thing, please. And we have wind barely, I should amend to say. I need this, like, whole spanker because we need something to catch the wind. But now you can kind of see the gold. Like, in the rock. The gold rock. As it were. Now, I said that we were arriving at Gold Rock City today. I did not anticipate spending 3/4 of the day going 0 miles per hour in the fog. So... Rip in peace, Cheville. Female Lars. Oh, I love this Lars. Lars loves you also. Okay, we are moving. We are moving. I will show you. Kind of. Oh, I gotta use my alarm real quick. Travis, goddammit. Clients are contacting me. The wind? Where is the wind? I'm too heavy for the wind to be moving me. Just let me get to Gold Rock City. It's right around the corner. I can see the wall. Oh, Shade, I missed your Lars. Is he a good Lars? They're all good Larses. Am I past this boat? Where's the boat? Okay, good. We're past the boat. It was just a wee guy. Okay, this needs to be trimmed better. This needs to be, like... Yeah. A lot more close hauled. Oh my god. Why are there so many destroyed ships? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just saw another one somewhere over there. This wind is garbage. Would it be more effective to pull the boat rather than push it? Yes. In the real world, yes. That's why they're called tugboats. Even though they do push also. But yeah, you can see the wall up here of the city. I literally just need to go up to that wall and turn left. And we'll be in port. But God forbid I get any kind of wind that I can use. I would like to remind you that the wind was at our back for the majority of this approach. That's why I tacked through it. Why we went too far. But we are getting there. We are digging in our heels. Ninja, you were the one talking about it being 0 knots and whether that was possible. And the game was like, hold my beer though. Hold on. Have I got something to show you? I'm just surrounded by the remains of desiccated ships and I don't know why. I'm also cracking into my final barrel of water, which I never expected to have to do given that we are 4 feet from the port, please. But, you know. Sail wind, yep. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a snail's pace progress, which we are doing. You can see that we're moving a little bit. We're gonna do that until we can't see. We're gonna go to sleep. It's gonna be the next day. Hopefully the wind will have flipped again. And we can just barrel on through here. And if not, I am getting up behind and paddling again. Snail wind! But hey, see how much closer we got during some of today? It's actually a large portion of the screen now. Great work, everyone. Except Ninja. So the lesson we've learned is that when streamer says, don't worry, chat, we'll be there in like 15 minutes, plan for at least the next 3 stream sessions be doing whatever that is. The 5 or 6 more days, there's no way this is going to take 5 or 6 more days. The only reason that we didn't make it all the way to that wall today was because that fog happened. And we are moving. If you watch the left and pick a texture on the rock, you can see that we are moving. Just very slowly. This is just such a garbage wind angle. If we were in a schooner, this would be nothing. It's just because we're in a brig. Which, as I said, probably at this point a couple weeks ago, brigs are the worst for going upwind. So schooner is faster than brig because smaller, more leaner, because different sails. Obviously, it would be we would be going a lot faster if we could be using more sails. We're using this sail, the spanker, and this sail, a jib. Schooners are basically nothing but these kind of sails. So all these ones that we can't be using on the brig, we would be able to be using on the schooner. And that would allow us to go faster. Is it for real called a spanker? It is. Yeah. Technically, I guess in this game, this one might be a gaff. I can't quite see the angle, but yes, usually on a brig, the big one on the back is called the spanker because it's on the butt. Okay, Dragon Sage, you're joking, but let me show you this thing real quick. This thing called a sun god talisman. I could have used it earlier to change the wind direction. Did anybody hear singing just now? Oh, come on. But like legit though, I feel like I heard singing and that was creepy and I didn't like it. Alright, we're gonna continue sailing for as long as we can see. But I am kind of looking around because, like I've told you before, sometimes I've seen those like spindly tendril electricity guys. I don't know what that is, but it's creepy. No, this wind is turning garbage again. What was that? Why did I just trip over something? You know, I could have swum to Gold Rock City at this point. Is there combat? No. No, there is not. Nope. I don't know what those things are. I've seen them, like, twice. Boy, I can't tell how close the sand is. It's closer than I would like. We're not lost. No, we're not lost. We're just suffering. There's a difference. Okay, hold on. Sails down. I can't even see what the wind is doing anymore. I'm turning us back into the wind, which is kind of intentional. Okay. We're gonna take this. We're gonna put the king in the middle. And we're gonna go to sleep. And when we wake up and it's a new day, the wind will be great. And we'll just get there. Elfa knows you could be pushing a lot more. We're pushing tomorrow. If this wind stays the same, sails up. We are pushing. If I could swim to Gold Rock City and hire tugboats right now, I would. It would help, but I'm in a really comfortable spot. Let me go get an orange to ease my rumbly tummy. Back to sleep, thank you. Ate its skin and all, that's right. Just like an apple. Just crunch, crunch, there it goes. I take my oranges with their zest. Fiber. Or something. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be bright and early. New day. New wind. Not daytime yet. Is everything still chill? It's still cool out here. I'm sleeping underwater. Don't mind that. The ship needs to be bailed, but that's a problem for future us. Sunrise! Wind. Wind, wind, wind. Garbage. Okay, okay. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. We've got a long day of work ahead of us, chat. Because we are getting this ship into port. Sails. What are those? We don't need them. We're going. Where's the port exactly? It's literally all I have to do is go in a straight line and turn left. That is all I have to do. Think I know what happened to the other ships? What, they all starved to death? Alright, hold on. I need to... Let me check this wind again. We can use this. Like, this wind is fine. It can help us. You can see it, like, there's the breaker. That line in the water. Oopsie. Sorry, didn't mean to conk the microphone. Yeah, like, we can sail closer to the wind. We can. We get over that breaker, and then we're in the local water immediately around the port. The water that's, like, you know, being shuffled around the rocks that make up this island. Okay. Can I get back to my ship before I end up in irons, please? Thank you. I wanna line us up nice here. We want our tiller to be straight if I'm gonna push. Our sail is doing us a little bit of good here. We are really close to this sandbar, and I hate that for us. But we gotta live with it here. We gotta go. If the wind could just turn. And it's actually not that bad right now, the wind. I don't mind our angle. Okay. We're doing this. 100% legitimately, though, this is the purpose of tugboats. And assist ships. Because, oh god, I don't wanna thirst to death. Because if you ever watch, like, historically accurate movies, right? Those big ships will not come into the pier, right? Or the port or dock or whatever the setup is. They'll stay, like, further out than we are here and send in little ships that are much easier to move, you know? So we're kind of not doing it the way that it would happen in history anyway. might throw down the spanker. We'll see. It's usually pretty nice. Every port is kind of hard to get to in this game. Astron, the dock is pretty small. Oh god, we have to go right into the wind. Thank you. I'm just gonna put us in irons on purpose. Yeah, the Astron dock is really small and weirdly shaped and almost always facing into the wind. Dragon Cliffs, you got a little bit more flexibility, but it's got a ton of sandbars. And then this, obviously, also challenging. But we're getting there. We're past the big rock on the left now. Alright, we're not actually quite in irons yet, which is great, which means we can fix this. I hope. Please fix yourself real quick. Yeah. It's only challenging if you don't want to push. Dragon Sage. Alright, I didn't turn that off. I'll note this down so that this coming December you can have another entry. No, why would anybody think that I had ever turned that chat or that chat command off? I never cash in any of the actual points. Like, every single point thing that people have spent on this channel, like lizard treats and all that, I didn't realize for like the first 4 years of streaming, I think it was Shavil, it was you who told me, that you're supposed to actually like accept those. They don't just like sit in your back end forever. I've just never done that. It's just back there. Yeah. But does that make a difference for any of you? Like, as viewers, does that make a difference? Oh, so the mods, right? The mods could give it back to people. Thanks, Ninja. I would love to get a treat to Mort, except I have no concept of where he is. God, what is up with this wind? Which is to say that there is none. Like, even if we weren't going upwind, there's basically no wind. Why? Look, it's the city. That would be like the funniest thing ever, though, actually. Just, if I was gonna retire from streaming, just have my final stream, like, I've saved up all of those points from like 7 years, and just like refund all of them and have just ridiculous redemptions, you know? Like 2 million points gets you this or whatever. I do have to be careful with pushing now because I'm sure you can see, right? There's sand coming out of there. There's sand coming out of there. You can see the sail is full. We've got wind. And I think I am gonna throw down the spanker because the wind is in a direction where that propulsion can help. And in fact, actually the wind is shifting. We might be able to swing this. Like, as actually sailing. Can you believe that we're, like, moving a little bit without pushing the ship? Oh, okay, but I'm gonna have you hold out here. A fan's gonna get a notification and be like, what? I miss... There used to be a chat point thing where you could, like, combine emotes, and Sancho would do that all the time, and it was really funny. Or, like, you could give... Like, I remember there was, like, bunny ears, and the bunny ears worked, like, perfectly for Rolco, I think. Things like that. Or, like, the Praise the Mort, and there was, like, a Christmas present, and it looked like Mort was coming out of the box. I really liked those, and I wish that those still existed. Alright, we are moving, it's just not rendering our wake for now. Good Lars? It's currently hidden behind my game. Good Lars, bad Lars? Hold on, hold on. Why are we going, like, right for the sand? Stop, 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 stop! Help! No, 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 no. Turn, turn, turn. Turn, turn. Please, turn. Gold Lars! I will... I will give you your celebration once I'm sure I'm not gonna die. Okay. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. Gold Lars! Gold Lars! Gold Lars! Woo! Congratulations! It happens to be, like, exactly perfectly behind my game so that I could see the fact that you got a Lars. Just like that one. Who's this one? Another gold Lars! Gold Lars! We are so close. Like, we're actually moving. We're sailing right now. Can you believe that? We are sailing this ship. I know it's impossible to imagine. We're actually, like, really close to the sand, though, and I don't want to be. Happy Lars Hour! Oh my Christ, though. We're so close. We're so close. Like, genuinely, you go around this wall on the outside, like on the left, you just follow the wall around. The port's right there. And the wind, when we get around to that side, the wind is going to be behind us. Slash to the side. Either way, good enough that we're going to be able to go. I'm going to give it, like, one little jump start here. The tiller is turned really far to the side. I don't want to hit it too hard. We're just going to end up back in the sand. But we have a full day and a half. Alright, this might put us in irons again, but again, whatever. I have a vested interest in getting to port here. I'm gonna, like, dip below the water. I can't see how deep that sand goes. Just that we're close to it. I mean, we have a little wiggle room here. See? You can see! There's the palm trees! Look at that! I don't know if you can see that thing that's not a palm tree hanging out of there, but that's the shipyard. I told you it's, like, literally just right around here. We push boats like that in real life. Not, not without, you know, not by just swimming behind them. Well, I don't know. Maybe some guy's like a real cool guy and he could do it. Should I ask the question? We're not lost! We're not lost. We know exactly where we are. Uh-oh. 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 Abort! Abort mission! My tiller was turned extremely heavily in that direction to help. Are we there yet? Okay, I'm salvaging this. It's okay. It's okay. We just gotta make it gotta make it around this sandbar. Also, the wind is failing again. Don't take me back to Emerald City! Oh god. You realize that the path back to Emerald City is against the trade winds. We would be doing this the whole time. Okay, okay. We're fine though. We've recovered. We're alright. Let's get the king here. Oh, I'm so close to the sand. Oh. Alright, we're good. We're fine. We're cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, look at how close I am to the bottom. This is your captain speaking. It's okay. We're fine. I hadn't factored in the trade winds. Okay. We're good. We're cool. Look. Look. The shipyard. It's right there. I'm so hungry. I could literally walk to the shipyard and back in the time that it would take us to go half that way in the ship. But fact remains. All we have to do is get there. 3 days. Nine people want me to go back to Emerald City. Thank you for your vote. Okay. Now I need... No, this needs to stay... Well, let's do it like this. The spanker is exerting a lot of pressure in the direction that I don't necessarily want. Gonna get our momentum going a little bit here. We just... I don't know if you can see the little sticks sticking out of the ground. But, we just need to get past those, and then we turn left. Because those sticks, just like in real life, those sticks are marking a sandbar. We just need to go around it. Am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. I'm almost stuck. I'm extremely close, in fact, to touching the sand, but I'm a good captain. So I'm not. Everybody would like to think that I'm stuck. But behold, I am not. I swear to God, though, like this, I don't have. I think there's a device in game, or maybe it's just a mod to measure the wind conditions. Like, my telltales aren't even standing up. You know, like there's just not wind right now. So weird angle aside, we are just having to tug the entire way into the port. It's not usually like this. I've never had to do this before. It's basically always you approach, you're usually going kind of too fast, you slam into the dock, you know? Only a few clouds. I mean, look at the water conditions. There's no waves. You know? Like, I'm not just making up that there's no wind. There's no waves. God, we are so close. Chippy, I'm gonna need you. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh god, what was that? Take it easy, Shippy. Why are we making noises here? Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. We gotta go out into the water a little bit. There's no wind. Okay. Okay, we're gonna stop dragging ourselves here a little bit. I can hear my ship creaking and groaning. So we're gonna I mean, it's stopped now because now I've unwedged myself. Look at that beautiful ship over there. It might be mine, I don't remember. We're take a quick nappy. Just a quick nappy. There we go. I don't know why that took so long. As if my ship is about to explode from damage. Sail when? Tell me. You can see the port. We're in the port. We literally just need to be in the port. So. Like, I'm not... Okay, I'm touching just like a smidge. I'm just barely grinding here. We're just gonna squeak it off of here. I told you that there's sandbars. Why did you mark these ones? Bruh. Don't make me wait for the tide, okay? Me ship, me keel is so deep. Okay. Okay. Where? Yeah, okay. No, we're off the sandbar. We're not on the sandbar anymore. This is great. Okay. Oh, look at my boat. It's cracked and sad. I'm sorry, Shippy. I'm sorry. We really just need to get into this port. Okay. Now, all we should need to do... I'm filling with water. It's fine. We're gonna turn toward the port. We're gonna sail our way in. With the half of the knot of wind that we have. Oh, and we're gonna get here. Gold Rock City. Hello. Hi. You're here. This. These little holes are our final hurdle. We just get past them. And we're done. That's it. We're there. Good thing that there's wind, right? Oh my god, there's so much water in my ship. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no! Okay. No! Oh god. Okay. Trouble is afoot. Trouble has occurred. Hold on. Okay. Hold it. Help! There's too much water in my ship for me to fill my water bottle from my fresh water. So I am about to thirst to death. And yep, the water barrels are underwater. So we're gonna go to Gold Rock City over here, where everybody has just gone to bed and none of the shops are open, and I'm about to thirst to death. And we're gonna find some water. If I recall. Not you, huh? Oh boy. Somewhere there's an inn. Is it you? Do I have the money? Ah, yes, please. I don't have enough money. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have 16 lions, and I need 17. Okay, I've still got a little while, before I thirst to death. The person who can exchange my money is, like, the trade office guy up here. Who should be over here, I believe. Hello? Hi. He's giving me money. I have a lot of these. Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep, give me like a lot. Give me some of those. Uh-huh. Thank you. Now I have money, right? Yes. Alright, I have money. I'm gonna go... Oh, I don't know where I am. I'm gonna go sleep. I can see my ship right there. Are we legit about to die? Shh. Fine. We're fine. But yes, if I run out of water, I do die. But... good news. I think Sable's boat's gonna disappear. I don't know why. Yeah, no, there are other people. There are actually, like, civilizations and stuff. But hey, I've got good news for you. Number one, we have all of our bars back. Number two, there's my ship still. Was the bucket shop closed? Yes. Although, good point, the bucket shop is not necessarily closed now. I don't know, they've never had a bucket shop before, so I don't know where that might be. But there is a large market over here. And one might hope that there are buckets somewhere. What the hell is a charting kit? Oh, that seems cool. That must be new. You got buckets? That's just salt. Does anybody sell buckets? Fish, bread. Who's the bucket man? Buckets? Coffee. I don't need coffee. I do need water. I know that there's buckets. There's 100% buckets. Pots. Oh, there's a tea kettle. Buckets! Yoink! I have a bucket! I found a bucket. Hold on. Before I walk away with this bucket, I should purchase... we'll be fine. I could just run into town if I get thirsty again. I was gonna say I should purchase a thing of water, but... I may or may not own this ship. I'm pretty sure that I own this ship that's docked right here. And actually... No, okay, those are not mine. Those belong to somebody else. Alright. Technically, we've made it to Gold Rock City. You may be relieved to know that if something happens to our ship now, we will appear here. Because I've like, rested here. We will appear here now instead of Dragon Cliffs. So. My poor ship out here is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, why would anything happen to our ship? Nothing would happen to our ship. It's not like it's jittering around in the water and sitting extremely low or anything. Bucket. That I didn't mean to throw it on the floor. I must learn how to use bucket. How use bucket? Wait. Can I just... No, okay. I thought I could just, like, maybe dump it out. Bucket? Oh god. How do I use the bucket? This is new to me. Hold on. What used to be here? Oh, that was my water bottle. Okay. I think what's happening is I can't bail because my ship is damaged enough that, like, that's just how much water it has in it, you know? Like, I can't bail faster than it's gonna fill, you know? Alright. Final stretch here. We're just gonna whip it around here. I specifically docked... I don't remember what ship that is. Thick bucket on water. Oh, Raw Lion! Hello! Chat, say hi to Raw Lion, the maker of this game. We were just on a voyage from Dragon Cliffs to, obviously, Gold Rock City. And the update happened while we were, like, halfway, so this is, like, the very first time that I've... Aha! Whoopsie. My bucket. I dropped it. This is the very first time that I've actually had a bucket. Thank you. Ah. Beautiful. Oopsie. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. I'm gonna keep doing this, actually. I was just being a ding-dong, turns out. Ah. I just literally dumped that, like, right back onto my ship. Don't mind me. Yeah, it wasn't, there have been better attempts. Such as, you know, literally going around the other side. Where the wind might have not done what it did. I blame the 10 minutes of fog for everything. Had nothing to do with our approach. How are we looking here? Alright. Alright. We've got some wind. We have less water. I mean, I guess I can keep bailing, but... The voyage was also very much something... I had fun. We are moving ever so slightly. I'm not gonna let us rotate forever. Because that's the direction that the helm is pointing, but I want to get this wind a little bit more in our favor. Is that the dock? Is that what I'm looking at here? Yes, okay. Okay. Now watch. I'm gonna throw this down to counteract some of our momentum here, but watch me just ram into the dock, and after all of this hard work, I just explode. We had to drink a lot of seawater to get here. I am shocked at how much water that took. I've made this trip before, and I don't remember it using that much water. But oh boy. So you want to go to the fort, which is trade winds that should be behind us. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You can't drink out of the bucket? Oh, I see. So, yeah. The fact that I need water is still a concern because I accidentally filled my... I'm gonna go grab a mug. I threw my mug away. Like, alarm. Can you mind your own business for 45 minutes? Thank you. I threw my mug away kind of toward the beginning of the game because I was like, oh, I have this giant bottle now. It's fine. And now, of course, I see the folly of my ways, which is to say I can't drain the bottle, or at least as far as I've seen, and I can drain the mug. So we're gonna grab a mug. I had to check the left just to make sure we were in fact still moving. We are. We're moving very slowly, but that's okay. At this point, I don't want to throw down squares because number one, it's going to cause me to lean right into the sandbar, but number two, we don't need that much speed going into port. At this point, honestly, I'm terrified that just tapping my nose against the dock is going to explode me. So yeah, I got... It was early enough in the game, which I think I don't know. I don't know how many hours I have in this game at this point. It was early enough that I didn't really have a lot of money, so I was... Like, things like buying shelves was, like, way outside of what I thought was feasible at the time. So I got tired of that mug just constantly being in my way. And... yeah, we're moving. So I got rid of it because I was like, I'm gonna sell this and buy something. I'm gonna buy myself a little treat, which I'm sure was just a piece of cheese, if even that. And by the time I had shelves and everything, to have the mug sit on something nice and out of the way, it was already well gone, and I had completely forgotten about it. Isn't it nice to kind of be in town? I am going to dock from really far away, if I'm being honest. Is my Spanker? Alright, listen, buddy. I could use a little bit of help here. Getting over here. A little bit more oomph from you. To be fair, Ouija, the fact that I couldn't do that added a real air of drama to our crossing, didn't it? Because I accidentally filled my bottle, so I couldn't drink anymore. I attempted maybe remove pushing big ships. How dare you, first of all. I had the big barrels, empty barrels of water. And like I said, because this update happened when I was like halfway through a voyage, I was like filling with rainwater or damage or whatever, I don't know. And I didn't have a bucket, so I was like, oh, I wonder if I can use the water buckets to drain the water. And then I could, which was great. But then between that and having no like receptacle for drinking water, the only reason that we survived was because I don't even remember if I slammed into it or if I only saw it. I definitely hit one broken like little ship thing on the way, but only because that one happened to have a jug that I could drink out of that we salvaged from the middle of the ocean did I survive. So I was, yeah, no, for sure I was sailing a very dangerous ship here. All right, that will help. Question is, I don't think my lines are quite long enough, sadly. Where did the wind go? Oh, hey, you know what? You know what? Here. Just give me a little push. A little push. Am I stuck on this sandbar? I swear to God. I'm not! I'm not. Get up here. Shit. Okay, it's moving. It's moving. Oh, thank you, Shade. Appreciate that. We're just gonna creep. All right. I am terrified for my ship right now. We are going to creep ever so slowly, and then I will drag my ship to the dock, and it'll be fine. I don't want to come at it especially hard, you know? Like I'm already nervous. Yeah, I'm gonna start. We're gonna start turning. I'll end up at the end of the pier, and that's fine. Just like docking a ship in real life. I wish we had fenders, you know? We are finally in. Hold your horses, Ouija. Do I still have... I guess I'd have to look at the trade place. I think I still have a glitched quest. Alright, hold on. How far can these go? The ship's still moving behind me. Just... Can I get... Ah, not quite. I just wanted to get to a cleat. What is the wind doing here? Could you forward propulse me a hot second? Although I could, you know what? I'm just gonna cleat myself right here and get us there. Because this makes me feel safe. Because like I said, this update happened while I was, oops, wrong one. While I was in the middle of the ocean, so I have no concept of, like, how damaged my ship is. Alright. Wait, is that the wrong way? That's the wrong way. Or is this the wrong way? Can't tell. Can't tell. Should be this, right? I think there's tension coming up in the line. We'll see. Here we go. We're making it. I'm literally just reeling myself to the dock here. To be just extra gentle, careful. And yeah, it's gonna be a long trip down to the trade office or whatever, but that's fine. We are going nowhere real fast. Shh. Look, we're here. We're here. Easy, easy. Gentle tippy tap. I would have lost it if I just tapped that thing and my ship just exploded. Okay. We made it. Hey, that's not at all how you're supposed to dock a ship, but you know what? That's okay. I'm actually going to take this and move it to the correct cleat. Yay. And then we can actually dock for real. Let me just double check this. Although I need to go to the shipyard, yeah. Because that's where repairs happen. Whoopsie. I might not be able to pull this in such a way to do this without, yeah, dragging myself against the dock, and I don't want to do that. I'm just going to give my ship a little shove because that's realistic. You can do that from the dock. I have done it before. That was the same kind of push that almost got Leo squished by that yacht thing in October. I talked about that, I think. When we were bringing Deddy into port at Charleston. And that ship, like, crashed into our spot, right? And then Leo was over there setting up the fenders. And almost got squished in between. And then had to, like, lay there. Leo just laid there on the dock for, like, an hour. Just processing, like, the near-death experience of almost being squashed by a ship. Ah, look at this. Look at this. We're here. We've done it. No, Leo was, like, just not quite the same for the rest of the day, honestly. Might have pulled this front one a little bit tight here. Let's ease that up a little bit there. We did it! The back one's kind of tight also. Potentially the single grossest visit I have ever had to Gold Rock City, but you know, we're here now. And instead of bailing, I could just, you know, go fix my ship. But we just docked here, so no. I'm gonna go turn in all my stuff. There was something I thought. That's 18 days. Something was more important than something else. 18 days. 18 days, what are you? That's just a crate. Something was due soon. 4 days. Here we go. I will work through the night to unload this ship. Where's the other eel? Got things in the kitchen too. I have things everywhere. Alright, that's my water. I'll grab this while I'm down here. Water makes me a little uncomfortable. So I'm gonna... Boy, I wish I didn't keep falling off my ship when I did that. I'm just being a ding-dong. I don't think that there's anything back here. These are just my don't starve stash. But surely there's another eel somewhere. They wouldn't only ask for 2. I'll find it. Somewhere. Maybe. Probably, I hope. Rip in peace. No gold Lars for you today. All of this is just my trash. Which I will sell, but separately. Because for right now, the things that matter are the things that make me money. And in order to make money, I need to turn them in on time. My ship will be fine, right? It's not going to fill with water that fast. We had 2 gold Lars today, so... Really, who could ask for more? I'm growing concerned about the fact that I don't see this eel. Did they really only ask for 2 things of eel? That's just mine. I'm not sure how I feel about that. One day I'll lose it and it will be sad. Oh my god, the trade office is so far away. I parked literally as far as possible. Yes, I parked my ship. Didn't dock it, I parked it. Woo! We turned something in and made money. Now we have $43 right now. Let's see how much we end up with. Oh, you know, I should have just hired that guy. I'm stingy. Maybe I'll hire the guy. How expensive is he? Buddy. You want to help me? You want to earn a buck? Hey. Come here. I'll pay a small fee to not have to make this trip 60 times. Look at my beautiful ships! I can't see anything. Ugh. Is that only one eel? Am I missing an eel? I can't see because it's so dark! That's alright. Okay, they did only want 2 eel, which is great. That makes me happy. 6, 7, 8. We did things! We now have $862! Can you believe it? I'm going to spend all of it fixing my ship. Our great ocean voyage. Is that a lot? Not really. Not really. Yeah, no, I'm gonna spend a lot of it fixing my ship, but that's okay. Gonna bail a little bit. So, listen. That was potentially the weirdest and worst approach I've ever had to Gold Rock City. Thank you for enduring it. The middle portion was nice. We had tailwinds a lot of the way. We did some nice navigation. There's something called like a charting kit or something in town now that I want to go look and see what that is because I don't recognize that. Is that the fabled bucket? Could it be? We've heard about it only in legends. On our great journey across the sea, someday, perhaps, we would meet the bucket itself. So from here, yeah, we can decide what to do. It's not going to be going back to Dragon Cliffs. I know that vote, I think, came out at 90%. Like you all wanted to go back to Dragon Cliffs. We're not going back to Dragon Cliffs. So, we can go, for example, to Firefish Lagoon or whatever. I'm 99% sure I can't afford the ship that's there. But we could go there, like, just for funsies, with some quests. That's off the map, so that's fun to navigate to. We could go up to Aestrin, like I said, to go get that spyglass that I definitely didn't do anything bad with. Which would also be nice, and I've never gone straight that direction, but it is the trade winds, so that should be pretty good. Happy Bay has a lot of intriguing quests if we wanted to try those. Happy Bay has logs that have certainly almost killed me many a time. We would love to see your homeland. We were joking, democratically. Hope we meet your parents. So I haven't been to basically... Is that one of the new places? Because there are new places now, I think. I have not been to that one place that's extremely far away, you know, starts with a C. Never been there. That's for future me. I would like to like switch to the bigger ship in Fort Aestrin and everything before that. I'm a sucker for the big boats. Square riggers and stuff. We're really making progress here. How am I doing on water? Alright. I mean, I'm right next to the tavern, so it's fine. Raw Lion, is that near here? Ooh, not far from Oasis. Let me show chat where Oasis is. Where's me map here? That's Aestrin. That's fire, whatever. Here we go. Oh, did it not even show on here? Oasis is north of the Academy up here on the left. So we're at Gold Rock City, right? Top left is the Academy. If you go past the Academy, there is Oasis. It'll show it. Yeah. You can see it there, kind of away from Gold Rock City. Oh, is that the new dot above Oasis? I don't necessarily remember that being there before. Like this above, straight up from the eye in Oasis. That might have been there before. But I don't remember. That's it, yeah? Alright. Well, that's a worthy goal, then. And you know what, chat? If we did that, that's on the way to Aestrin, kind of. So we could kind of... two birds with one stone. Although, depending on what it's like to get here, we might end up turning around and restocking a little bit. But alas, we have done things. I promised you that I would get to Gold Rock City. It only took 6 streams longer than I expected, I'm sorry. The middle was really nice sailing, okay? It was. And so yeah, now we can do missions. These are all gonna be missions within like the radius of Gold Rock City. These ones... oh yeah, there's Mirage Mountain. So yeah, Firefish Town, Fort Aestrin, these are the ones that are all gonna be like across the ocean. So we could take any of these if we wanted to take a longer trek. 6 streams, 1 boat exploding. Now, I get the impression that Raw Lion would think that that boat exploding was my fault. But it was not. I simply woke up and the boat was in the sky and it was very funny. So anyway, we've got this new place then, I guess. I guess I should turn my lantern off. We got this new place, this Mirage Mountain that we could go to on the way to Aestrin. Go get a nice spyglass. So we'll stock up, go shopping. That happens sometimes. It was really funny. And we didn't even have very many instances. I call it slippy shippy, where, you know, you wake up and the ship is just like slipping back and forth on the water. That didn't actually happen very often this last time either, and that was nice. So yeah, I think maybe we'll plan on Mirage Mountain, heading back toward Aestrin for the spyglass. Because I would really like to have that back. That was, like, really nice. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thank you for being patient. Because, good God, that... whew, that approach there. That was something. We did it! Yes, we did it! I don't know if you all remember me sailing to Dragon Cliffs, because that was like the first time we ever did this game back in July or whatever. The first time I did it on stream. Which, at that point, I had probably like 90 hours in it, maybe. That was so smooth. You remember? Because we were reading Reddit at the same time. This was nothing like that, so I can do it. We had quite a showing today. Who do we want to go to? I see, Nichiro is playing Sword of the Sea, which is very cool. For how long? No major glitches, speedrun. Yeah, I'll raid you into a speedrunner because that is kind of what I do, you know? So Nitro is doing, what did they say? No major glitches. Speedrun of Sword of the Sea. So if you're looking for some sick moves, head on over there, say hi. I will be back on Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to do a Snuggle percent speedrun again to try to take world record back, or if we're just going to improve intended percent. So, either way, I am going to die if I just continue to stand here. So, but we'll do some kind of speedrun on Tuesday. I don't know. And then we'll think about what we want to do after that on Thursday. Also, of course, right here at the end of the stream, Mort has decided to come back. Here he is. Hello, Mort. You'll love to see it. So say hi to Nichiro when you get over there. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for showing up, Raw Lion. It's really nice to see you. Thank you, obviously, for all the hard work you put into this game so that I may squander it. But have a wonderful day, everybody. And I will see you later. Bye.